We have another exciting matchup here between CS Boomers, which I know is something that is near and dear to your heart, that team name.
Absolutely.
And SIMPfield, one of our two simp-inspired team names. No Simp September doesn't seem to be applying to this event, unfortunately.
No,
for all
they
of us.
seem to be out in full force today.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because we're going to have the CS Boomers. They're going to come and clean these guys up, show them what a CSGO veterans are made of.
Yeah, I think
CS
you
Source
identify
veterans.
with that name a little bit too much.
You know, I think I'm a little bit of a CS Boomer myself, and I'm proud to admit that, you know? But that's okay. Let's get this game popping.
And we're going to take a quick look at Group 2 here now. Group 2 is, I think, headed at the moment by CS Boomers and SIMPfield. Yes, it is. So these are our top two teams in this group. Both of them winning their first round matches. Does anything stand out to you here in these numbers?
You know, I think CS Boomers and SIMPfield here being the contenders for this top spot is really interesting. I saw the performance of who was the Jet last round?
Luna.
Yeah, Luna.
Yeah.
Luna was going insane, and if any of these players can perform at a similar level as Luna, then you know we'll be having an amazing game.
Well, we got the top two teams on the table. Let's not waste any time. We're going to send the players into game, and I actually think we're going to be on Bind today.
Bind, okay.
Which is a map we haven't yet seen. Lots of interesting strategies. What do you think of Bind?
I love Bind. So Bind is a map where a character like Breach shines, and Breach, seeing the recent buff that he did, I think that he's a really powerful pick lately. If you play Breach on defense up towards the A site, you know you can flash into mid, into sewers, or even just to lower. So you have so much map control from one single location. It's amazing that this character is having such low pick rates in the elos that he does. But once you do get up to those higher levels of play, you see that increased pick rate for Breach just because his kit is so versatile. Once you do learn how to place those flashes and those stuns. The stuns is one of the most important parts of his kit, just being able to stun some of the most important angles from virtually any safe location. It's an amazing part of his kit.
Yeah, and I do think you don't see the Breach as much in solo queue and in those lower elos because he does require a lot of support from his teammates to really utilize his kit effectively.
Right.
But when you get into these team dynamics, the Breach really shines.
Yeah, right.
All right, it looks like we are good to go. We are on Bind here. The agent selection is going to come in. And we will see who they choose. I would be interested to see if either or both teams go with a Breach here. I would also expect to see probably a Sage more for the wall than for anything on this map.
I am a Sage main, I would like to say, in this game, and I still, even after the nerf, I think it was thoroughly deserved, and I'm still going to be playing her because I think fundamentally her kit is still amazing.
Yeah.
The slow has such a big area of effect, and the wall, just being able to have hard cover, that's something that no character really has. It's amazing utility, and the boost from Sage is so useful in so many circumstances. I think she's still an amazing top pick character.
Absolutely, and I agree with you that the nerf was well deserved. Brought her, she was easily the best character in the game for basically since closed beta.
Absolutely.
And I still think she's probably up there in that A or S tier, but bringing her more in line with some of those other utility characters was a good choice. Bring some more diversity in those compositions, and it'll be interesting to see. So here we go. SIMPfield versus against CS Boomers. Now in this map we do have, I believe, SIMPfield starting on the attacker's side of the map, and CS Boomers will be starting on defense.
So I'm hoping here that the CS Boomers pick a Breach, but we don't get to see any of that gameplay here today. It looks like we do have a Brimstone coming from both sides, which is very necessary on this map.
Only one Sage here, interestingly enough.
And and that might just come down to the comfort level. A lot of this game does come down to how comfortable are you in a character. It's not just, what is the best pick, and especially in a tournament like this, picking something that you're more comfortable with is certainly the correct choice.
All right, so here we go on Bind. It looks like for this first round, they're going to look towards this B-long site from
Bombs sort
SIMPfield.
of splitting off towards A. I don't know if they're meaning to. Maybe they're going to go grab the bomb, or hopefully Sova doesn't get picked off. Looks like he's heading back towards his team, maybe realizing that he's got that bomb. Slowly working their way towards long.
Black Death on this Ray's pick. We haven't seen a whole lot of Rays yet today.
Honestly, I think Raze is a really good character still. Her Roomba is great for information, and in this case with Hookah, when there's so many different corners that people like to play, it's a great way to get in.
But Creech right under the window,
Yeah, right
holding
to
it
the trap.
down, getting a second.
Nice
Black
shot
Death
by Black
will
Death.
trade it, but Creech getting 2 there on that defense.
Oh,
well
the Phoenix
done.
Flash does hit Black Death there, but she does get onto site, and hopefully they can get the plant down, at least get plant money, maybe even win the round.
Here comes that rotate. Toasty,
Toasty just
gets the headshot.
coming in at Mach 10. Oh, and they
Oh,
clean
wow.
up. Wow.
Well, you know, great hold there. I think Creech really won that round for them in a lot of ways, getting 2 with him and saving his Phoenix there on that back end to make sure the Phoenix didn't die on that elbow position. So we will see now, I think, probably some Spectres. Oh, no, looks like they're just going to stick with the heavy armor. The Ghosts, full classics, probably no utility on the side of SIMPfield. Big first round for the defenders here.
Yeah, and I don't blame them for being a little bit conservative with their money. That's totally a smart move when you're in this position where you're both 1-0 in the tournament right now, and you're trying not to leave any leeway. So saving here is probably a pretty good call on both of their sides. Let's just see how their gunplay can be, because this is a super headshot intensive type of gunplay when you're dealing with pistol versus pistol. Sandy Pickle coming onto site. This corner is pretty dangerous. Sometimes you'll have people tucked into the back corner, and there's a lot of corners in a lot of these maps in this game, and that's something that a lot of these CS veterans aren't going to be used to. Maps like
And you know what,
Mirage,
though? For the attackers, you don't expect a defender to be in this bathroom position a whole lot, but the wall is going to protect them here.
And I love this wall. As part of being a Sage player.
Oh, gets the headshot.
Nice shot
Sandy
from
Pickle,
Sandy.
good job. Over the top of that wall.
Yeah.
Stays safe, too. Blackman, though, picking up his 3rd of the round on that back end. It's now a 4-on-2 for the attackers. You've got this Cypher here. Oh, good job from Creech.
And you know, every time that I play Sage on this attack side on this map, we call this get the wall down so we can get the free plant. You know?
Yeah.
'cause it's
Oh,
free.
look at that! Creech and
Creech.
Sandy Pickle, but Creech with the 4K
Yeah.
2v4, winning the round. 2nd round for the defenders.
Amazing shots. You
Good
can tell that
job there.
You can tell that his sensitivity is nice and low to get those crisp, clean flicks, but it's looking like it's working out for him. Let's see what these guys are going to do on the attack side now. Looks like they might be heading towards market side again. Seeing a couple of Odins from the enemy side over here. And that's interesting. What do you think about that, Jaden?
You know, I have mixed feelings about the Odin.
Okay.
I think the Odin is an interesting purchase a lot of the time, but I do think
switch to single.
he does switch to the Vandal here. There is one Odin. I think he can catch people off guard.
Sure.
Sometimes you get some of these dirty spray downs with the Odin, but I do think overall you're probably better off investing your money into something
there
else.
are like 1 or 2 players in Pro League who do buy it pretty consistently in rounds and do see success with it when they're crouching.
And that's something I love also about this game. You know, we talk about comparisons with Counter-Strike a lot. You know, the Vandal, the Phantom, both have their uses. It's not one is better than the other. There's definitely a time and a place for pretty much every gun, and I think that's something that's definitely works in Valorant's favor because it gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of more interesting, varied gameplay.
One of the things
Toasty though with
double
the Vandal.
headshot.
Can't do that with the Phantom.
Can't do that. Well, you know, sometimes if they're close enough, but as far as Toasty was, no, you can't. We do like to talk about, you know, the Vandal does have some first shot accuracy issues right now. I think it's like a 50%. So, you know, it's a bit of a gamble sometimes with the Vandal if you're going to get that first shot. But it seems to be working out for Toasty.
Well, and here we are. Uldabaku, 33 HP. 1v3 now. Does pick up that first kill onto Cozy.
And you know, one thing that the Valorant devs did differently when they split the Vandal and the Phantom, aside from having them available to both sides, is the fire rate is different.
Yeah.
And that leads to much different gunplay because more often than not you'll find in this game that gunfights come down to how many times did I hit the other person, not how much damage did you do. Which you know goes to show the power of the Phantom, and that's why you'll see it so often in pro play. Even though it doesn't have that first shot headshot, it does have the higher fire rate.
Yeah, and you know it's something also people coming from Counter-Strike, for example, or Overwatch, or any of those other first-person games that we see around nowadays. You have the aim down sights feature in Valorant, but you do lose fire rate when you aim down the sights, and that's an important consideration as well. So those things are important to remember when choosing which gun you want to use. And it's map dependent, it's side dependent, it's character dependent, and I love the versatility and variance in gameplay that you get from that kind of decision making.
Yeah, and I wish some people will argue for the aim down sight penalty for fire rate, and I am not the biggest proponent on the Vandal and the Phantom, but guns like the Ares and the Odin, absolutely.
Or the Spectre even.
Or the Spectre even, absolutely. I mean, guns like the Phantom and Vandal, though, the general wisdom is still you shouldn't be aiming down the sight in most scenarios, unless it's like in Ascent that we were talking about earlier, down those really long sight lines where you'd almost be wanting an op,
All right, so we're looking at a hookah push here from the side of SIMPfield.
Sandy Pickle really outperforming everybody right now. Getting 2 headshots onto the enemy team right now.
Sandy Pickle picking up the 2K. Cozy with the 3rd. Something we haven't talked about as we see Cozy appear out of nowhere there is the teleporters on Bind. For people who might not play a lot of Valorant or maybe haven't played a lot of Bind, there are 2 teleporters on this map as Distones gets an Odin kill there, traded out by Blackman with the Sheriff, but he is killed by Toasty to end the round. If we look here on the map for a second, in this center section, you see a teleporter that takes you from the A site over towards the B site, and over here you see the B teleporter, which takes you from B to A. Now, importantly, when you take those teleporters, it makes a noise that everyone on the map can hear, so your enemies know that you're in there.
Yeah,
and it creates a lot of interesting gameplay, I would say.
Yeah, and we don't have any Omen, so we're not going to be seeing any teleport faking today, which is a pretty interesting strategy. Omen can teleport outside while jumping. And then while he goes to teleport and makes a noise, he ends up teleporting outside and convincing an enemy that he's still inside.
And we also, we actually do have a Phoenix in this game, though, and you can do the same thing with Phoenix ult. You can run into the teleporter and then snap back to your Phoenix ult location and trick people that way.
Most people will hear your ultimate noise. If at this level, I'd like to think.
I would think so.
But you can definitely catch
there are some funny,
guard,
you can actually throw abilities through teleporters as well.
So Sage is actually my favorite character for this example, because I find more often the mid teleporter is the more relevant teleporter than the one that goes all the way around from B long to A bathrooms, because Sage and Raze both have the ability to throw their nades and their slows through hookah and basically provide their utility to another site or 2 different sites at the same time. Toasty, that was a nice shot from Toasty.
2 kills now from Toasty. Look at that, watching the Sova era come in. He's holding this site all on his own.
And that's sort of the dangers of Sova as a recon character, is that his recon arrow is just so slow, and at high levels of play you do see that his arrow doesn't do as much work when it's easy to shoot. Toasty's gonna get punished for going for the double.
Toasty tried to double
C4,
satchel, but
I've had that work for me before. But you have to know exactly where they are, and it looks like Toasty was just kind of throwing that on a prayer. So.
All right, 1 on 3.
I feel like if anybody can do this, though, Creech is one of the people on this team that's going to get it done.
Creech has shown he can hit those headshots. We'll see here if he does. He does not have a lot of time to work with. Just bad timing there on the bathroom.
We call that getting CSGO'd.
Yes. Well, CSGO'd, although the round does go the way of SIMPfield, their first round of the game, and now it is 4-1.
So big momentum push coming from this side. Now hopefully we could see it coming the other way. If we just get another, maybe one more round in their belt before their econ gets too out of control, maybe we can sort of start to see something come out of this.
Yeah. Well, we're looking now, taking a fly around the map here, at the defenses for this CS Boomers team. We've got this Cypher over here. Wow, there's already a kill instantly into the round for Blackman.
So what do you think of Reyna as a character?
I was talking about this a little bit in the last game. Reyna is very much in that high risk, high reward category, right?
Absolutely.
You need to get those frags, but if you know you can get them, you get a lot of value. Wow,
absolutely.
I'm not spectating the right people. Blackman picks up 3 people here, finally gets traded out by Creech, but it is a 2 on 4. The defenders, Creech coming in, gets hit by that satchel, coming around the corner.
Though.
Not too bad. Looking at this wall, that part of the wall is going to fall, but the bomb is ticking away.
Doesn't want to die to somebody in bathroom again. Learned his lesson from last round.
Everyone here playing safe. Creech doesn't get the spray down. Cozy all by himself. Black Death Headshot with the Phantom. There's a second round on the board.
Yeah.
And SIMPfield's finding their stride a little bit here.
Yeah, and our economies are starting to even up a little bit. Still tilting a little bit more towards the red team, but that's okay because now I think we're gonna have a full buy versus a full buy, and we're gonna see some full-on gamering. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that is in fact what we're doing here. We can see the Phantoms here for the attackers. You know, definitely on this map, probably more than others.
Yeah.
I think the Phantom is a really good choice.
Sheriff's coming out from the enemy team. That's interesting. Maybe they want to have it, make sure they can get the full armor on their team.
And you know, Creech has hit those headshots, so he can be dangerous with this Sheriff here. Don't need to shoot him more than once if you just click him in the head, right? So we'll see. They're making this hookah play towards this B site. Peeking around, double peek from the Rainer and Raze. Good cage from the
Brimstone
Cypher.
ult just to sort of stall them out, you know, sort of the way that push, give them time to rotate.
Oh, here comes the rocket
Raze
fuse. Raze ult
there he goes.
doesn't get him. No,
Wow.
he missed it. Nothing there. Doesn't get the Raze ult off. And now they're all in back halls. Black Death, traded out by Distones. Blackman gets a kill. Distones now with the Brimstone ult of his own into sight.
And that's
isn't going to find anyone. Uldabaku now smoking it off 2-on-4 for the defenders. Bomb ticking away. And I think this is going to be a third round picked up by SIMPfield.
I think that that's a great wall coming from SIMPfield Sage there, because that wall blocks off, you know, they can't jump across to elbow either. Now they're kind of just stuck in CT, and they only have to watch one angle. So
Absolutely.
Gives them a really favorable position here. I think at this point they're just looking for exits, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to pick up these exit kills on the back end here. Close there from Toasty, but aren't going to get it. They're going to retreat to CT, and they are going to hang out in this teleporter.
Have a good old
Third
time.
round for
Good old
SIMPfield.
jolly time in the teleporter.
And we're going to see another full buy round from both teams here.
Awesome.
Vandals and Phantoms coming out for the attackers.
Seeing a lot more Vandals than I usually see in this game, which is interesting from these teams.
I guess they're just confident in their shots.
You know, actually, the Vandal buff was also a thing. We do have a fire rate increase on the Vandal lately from the most recent patch, and that's bringing it much closer to the Phantom, which is, you know, something that we were talking about earlier, the fire rate on those guns being different. Now that gap is just even closer.
All right, let's see what EasYi can do here. Team captain for SIMPfield. Gonna get that Sova era down into B long, but isn't going to find anyone. There's this Cypher close left and Hookah. We'll see
Looks
if
like he might be coming out for the peak, and the recon drone might spot him.
Oh, but Creech does get the kill on a Spartan
back.
Elite. That's a big kill onto the Sage. Does get spotted by EasYi, but he is away. Clean kill. Blackman, too, on the other side of the map. They've now got entries into both sites. They can just choose where they want to go.
Now Creech on the rotate over to the other site.
Trying to rotate, but that bomb...
Bit of an interesting position here. They're sort of spread around the map, playing for picks.
Oh, Distones with the op from heaven. Black Death coming through the teleporter. They're just going to commit. Cozy!
Yes, Cozy.
2 kills into that hookah position. He's got a third. He saw the third with the Cypher cage. And now it is all on Black Death.
All his time with the AK-47. He's been practicing.
There's
his
one.
Shots, his 1v1
36
servers.
HP, though. Doesn't have a lot. Good use of the blast pack there to get away.
You know, blast pack, and this is why I love Raze so much. I classify her personally as a high mobility character, much like Jet, not as broken as Jet, because you can't do the blast pack right after an op shot like you can with the Jet, but her utility allows her to travel so far. I mean, you can with 2 blast packs, you can push up to basically enemy spawn and where their barrier is.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about how one of the biggest differences between this and something like Counter-Strike is all those corners, and when you have the mobility to get into those angles, you cause problems for the enemy team. And so I think Raze is a good example of another character who's able to get into these angles that they might not expect and really cause some problems for the opposing team. So 5-3 now in favor of CS Boomers. We're going to see another full buy round here up on the side of the defenders. And they're going to make it looks like an A split move, play slow, try to get those picks like they did last round, but weren't quite able to finish it off.
But there is an entry frag coming from them, so I think that we're going to be able to work with that. Toasty's going to move over to U-Haul, maybe try to get a few of them while they're pushing on towards the free plant.
Oh,
Looks like they're
Cozy.
Cozy coming in with the flank, and Toasty does get them from U-Haul.
Cozy here. Oh, and Toasty with another. Toasty with 2 big kills.
You know, I personally, I think that this is a game that rewards holding more passive angles. Just the
Absolutely.
way that the gunplay works, you're not rewarded as much for going for counter strafing and sharp shoulder peeks like you are in CS. In this game, you're much more rewarded for holding that angle, the defensive angle, which is a choice by Riot, and actually I think that provides a pretty interesting element. We talk about Raze's and Jet's mobility. That's always more often than not to get out than to get in.
Sure.
Right? We're not trying to use our mobility to get in and get a free headshot. Put onto
Okay, well,
us.
here comes Blackman out of the long teleport. They get the res up. It's now a 3-on-3, but only 20 seconds left. Here comes the rotates from the CT side. Spartan Elite pushing in with his team. They're not going to check that back angle.
Yeah, Reyna's
they do
holding
get
that
him.
closet.
Sandy Pickle with Closet. And here comes, Black Death with the save. Traded out 1-on-1. 5 seconds. Spike is not
Time
down.
for the plant.
Raze misses the ult. Here comes the plant. She's going to get it down. Here comes Spartan Elite around the box. Raze over the top. Oh, and there you're talking about the mobility. There it is on display. Toasty with the headshot is going to get the defuse. And that's going to be a 6th round and a little bit of disrespect there from the Raze.
Raze is good on the aggressive mobility, where Jet is good on the defensive mobility.
Yeah.
She can get up on that box pretty much instantly and be ready to frag. And Jet, she has a lot of cooldown from her updraft and from her dash. You can't dash into garage or something on Haven because you get shot. But Raze, you can fly around any corner. So let's see how these guys set up. It looks like we're going for a B push this time around.
Looks like they're going to play into these market halls here.
And they keep playing the Sova. Oh, no, they're bringing him mid this time. We're usually seeing him around long to try to get some info, see if they've got anybody playing that. Phoenix going to go for the peek against the Brimstone.
Got 2 players pushing up into Huga. Interestingly enough, the bomb not with them. They've left the bomb back in that hallway. And they're going to look to get an entry frag here into the C site. Sandy Pickle picks up EasYi on the backside of A. That's a big kill. Sandy Pickle again with that first blood.
Yeah, leaving that bomb back, that's just an old piece of CS wisdom coming back to Valorant, as it always seems to. It's better to take a site and then have the people on the lurk sort of take the bomb over to site while you have it secured, because then you're rewarded even more for holding those passive angles that we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely. So, we're going to see a push here into the B site. Creech is going to get taken, is going to take down Blackman on the defense. Creech on this Cypher defensively has been a menace.
Oh,
Spartan Elite through the wall, through the box, excuse me, is going to take him down. Going to get the heal. He's back at full HP now. And it's a 4-on-3, 4-on-2. Distones with the double. Spartan Elite will trade it back, but not after losing his 2 teammates. Going to get tagged through the wall there, blinded by this Reyna. Doesn't go down, but Sandy Pickle will pick it up through the wall. 7-3 CS Boomers, currently beating SIMPfield, and it has been a great team performance from them. Just performance all across the board, hitting the shots they need to, and winning these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that these guys have been paying similar titles for hundreds and thousands of hours.
Yeah.
These guys have put in their time, and it's rewarded, it's come back to reward them.
Absolutely. All right, so 7-3 here. Partial buys on the side of, well, I guess no. We have full guns everywhere, full utility everywhere. Will be a rifle
coming
round.
from Cozy.
Cozy on that op. They're gonna make a play here towards this A site. Let's see what EasYi can do here. Captain of this team hasn't been able to frag yet. Really, he's only got 1 kill on the game. So,
and he is playing Sova. Sova is much more of a lurking type of character. He likes to sit back, gain information on site.
Creech!
But Creech is just already up in market.
Creech has been a monster. Blackman will get Toasty on the backside. Spartan will get Cozy. Blackman with a second on a Sandy Pickle. Distones with the spray down. The second, Distones sprays him down. Creech picks up a third. Black Death
Nice
all
shot
on
from
him.
Black Death.
1-on-1. But with the Cypher ult, knows where he is. The bullets come through. He knows where he is now too. Doesn't have the bomb here. 45 seconds, 2 satchels. He's gonna try and satchel him. He gets an angle. The satchel.
Punished.
Creech
Absolutely
gets punished by the cage timing. Creech takes him down for his 3rd of the round. 12-6 on the Cypher here really just holding this team down 8-3 in favor of CS Boomers.
You know, I think that we're going for a few too many C4 kills here. It's a good piece of utility when you know they're around a very tight angle, but when it's up in the air like that and it's some soft cover like a Cypher cage, I think you risk more often than not getting shot through soft cover.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a fine line between using your utility and getting punished for it.
Right.
And it's something that, especially coming from CS, players have there's a learning curve, and it's something I enjoy about this game, but you know, sometimes you just got to shoot them. Like, there's only so much utility you can use. You still got to hit the shot.
Yeah, and that's why I classify Raze as a mobility character, because her C4 isn't for killing primarily. It's for movement. You know, it's for getting into those crazy angles and catching your enemies off guard.
All right, well, we've got Blackman on the aggressive op Reyna here.
Give the bomb to his teammate. Probably a good idea. Don't want to give him too much information if you're going for the peak.
Creech.
Just the entries coming out of Creech are insane this game.
Creech just is not losing these challenges. Oh, Creech with another headshot. Onto the Reyna with the op, too. Wins the peak. Creech gonna get away from this Brimstone ult, no problem.
Wow, double Brimstone ult.
And none of them are gonna find
sight?
it. You know, I prefer to double Killjoy. I'll take it.
You know, actually, I prefer
right.
5 teams walking at each other with their bare hands. That seems much more entertaining.
Blackman's going to get rezzed, but Sandy picks up EasYi on the backside. They're going to take this long teleporter, try to make an A play, but here are Toasty and Distones waiting in the wings for them. Let's see what Toasty can do.
So Creech is playing Cypher really crazy. He's getting a lot of entries. When on a typically what we see more as an information character, somebody who hangs back, tries to stay
the ultimate
on
lure
cams.
character, right?
Right, and but
as we say that, Creech with a third, Sandy Pickle picks up one, Distones takes off Spartan Elite's head. That will be the half, 9-3, and we are going to take a quick break here. Pause for half. We're going to talk about that first half, take a quick break, maybe get a drink of water.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was great performance coming from the CS Boomers. You could tell that their fundamentals were absolutely on point this game, and that they're here, they're ready to frag. Yeah,
so you know, I think especially in this game, 15-6 from Creech, 10-6 from Sandy Pickle, 10-6 from Toasty, 10 kills on Distones. We are back with the second half of this game between SIMPfield and CS Boomers. Quickly, what do you think the success condition is for SIMPfield to get back into this game?
So SIMPfield, I think they just need to sort of start that momentum push, win this pistol round. You know, the importance of winning the pistol round is just as volatile in this game as it is in CS:GO. You know, just getting that economy sort of a kickstart, being able to be the first one to buy Phantoms and Spectres and guns like that. That's really important in a game like this, where we talked about earlier, being the person who gets the frag is probably more important than being the one who uses their utility wisely.
Absolutely. All right, well, we're going to switch back to the game feed here, and we are ready to go for round 13 of this match, the pistol round. In this second half, we have SIMPfield on the attacker side and CS Boomers on the defenders side, and we will see what they can do to get back into this match.
And you know, I think that the attackers, in a much more team-like format, they're favored on attack, because once you do get onto site, it's much harder for the retakes to happen on a map like this than it is on things like Haven or even Ascent.
Yeah, so absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see how these guys play these rounds.
All right, well, Cozy looking here into Hookah. He's going to take this, look at the peak. Blackman on the other side gets the kill onto Toasty. Good defense so far from Blackman. Cozy.
2 people out long right now. Ooh, with the headshot from Cozy.
Just dinks him, but doesn't quite get the kill from that range. Cozy now going to molly off back halls. He's sitting here. The bomb, though, isn't with him. The bomb is all the way back in that market position. It's going to get picked up by Distones here. But without the bomb and a player down, this gets a lot harder.
Yeah, they're pretty spread around the map right now. It's a pretty interesting position. I want to see sort of how these frags develop, and it looks like they might be working A a little bit. Maybe they're going for a teleporter play or something like that. But it'd be interesting to see what the comms are like for these teams and what they're thinking about.
Sandy Pickle now pushing in that wall, going down from the Sage.
Plants coming down on A, it looks like.
Distones. Cozy on the other side does pick up Spartan Elite.
And Cozy doing an amazing job of baiting the rotate over to their site. I mean, he was already on site at basically halfway through the round.
Absolutely. Bomb is still not down. There it is now finally for the attackers here. Cozy with another onto EasYi. Sandy Pickle now on this Reyna on the back side. And it's a 3-on-4 retake. Creech turns it into a 2-on-4. Creech turns it into a 1-on-4, and Distones finishes off the brim. It is a clean 10th round here for CS Boomers. You said it. They needed to win that pistol round, and they didn't on the side of SIMPfield.
And Creech, you know, he's really showing that the little break doesn't bother him. He's ready to get back in and start clicking on heads all over again. EasYi going with a shorty?
Shorty for EasYi here.
Interesting buys.
We'll just say really quickly with the technical issues, obviously the kills and deaths don't line up with the actual stats. We'll get those fixed for later. But just to show you the eco here, we're seeing Spectres across the board, except Creech. You know what?
Triple shorties coming out from the defenders here. How does that make you feel?
You know, I think it's an interesting thing. I think they're going to try some kind of stack here. We'll see if Creech falls for it. He obviously didn't buy a Spectre. He decided I can click on their heads with a Ghost. I don't need one.
Yeah.
But here,
and the shorty just got nerfed as well. So.
Oh, here's the peek.
Sees the
oh, we saw it.
But the
Creech
He's
with
insane.
The double headshot. Creech is on another planet right now. They push into this B site. And it is a quick 5-on-2 as Sandy Pickle gets a frag in bathrooms. Spartan Elite and Distones now. Excuse me, Spartan Elite and Dubaco now left for SIMPfield.
God, you know,
Creech.
Creech.
Spartan Elite, Distones. He's going to get the peek onto the brim. He's going to take his head off. 11-3.
And Creech, you know, he got those 2 entries into hookah. He saw Reyna's hands.
Yeah, he saw the orb.
And then he turns the corner and he's quick enough to flick onto that who was it? It was a Raze. The Raze that was sitting in the corner.
Really good patience from him
to
get into that, take those angles in ways he could, and just beautiful flick, beautiful mouse control, great play from Creech.
And this game definitely rewards that, especially with the map design compared to CS. We got a lot more corners on maps like this thanks to all of the utility brought forth by all the different characters and their different abilities. And that just means, you know, you have to be a little bit more passive. You have to be willing to check all your corners. Even these corners in bathrooms, sometimes enemies will be hiding. It's just a very dangerous game to play sometimes because of all the corners in this map.
Absolutely.
It rewards you for playing passively.
So, 11-3. We do see most of a full buy out for the defenders. Although EasYi is there with a judge. He does get one, gets traded out by Distones, and they did get an entry. Quickly, another 4-on-3. Sandy Pickle, with the spray down, and he's going to get the overheal here too. Who needs armor when you have 50 extra HP?
Yeah, and it quickly seems like behind truck is the default plan
Creech.
for this. Default plan
He can't miss heads. Black Death, but it's traded out by Distones. 12-3.
Yeah.
And this is looking like a quick second half wrap up from the side of CS Boomers. Really well played on this T side here.
You know, and that's I hate to say it, but as much as I hate to see a soul crushing loss, I love to see some CS:GO players clicking on heads in this game. You know, it's a very satisfying feeling for me. But let's see what we got on the economy side of things. Got an Ares, some Spectres, sort of a half buy coming out from the other side here, in sort of a desperate attempt to maybe even get that draw. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Blackman's had the hot hand on that Reyna. He has the only rifle. Black Death, though.
With the double spray down with
double
the
Spectre spray down. Great play from Black Death there. Quickly, they have the numbers. Toasty throws out the Roomba. 5-on-3 now for the defense side. They're going to send a couple of players down these back B halls, rotate towards the A site. It's going to pay off for them.
They're going to be
and Dubaku there coming into the bathrooms, getting the kill onto Sandy Pickle.
Securing himself a Vandal as well, which is super helpful when you're eco.
Toasty needs to hit this shot.
Nice
he does.
Shot, Toasty. That was a wall bang,
he's got
too.
The spike.
Wow.
EasYi on the other side, though. Kills the last man. Spartan Elite with the Ares.
Amazing.
And they stay alive. Partial buy here. They do pick up one extra rifle.
You think Spartan's going to drop the Ares? You think she's going to keep running?
You know, I think after getting an Ares kill, you deserve it.
You deserve it. Yeah.
You need to stick with it.
How does that gun make you feel as a player?
Depends if it's in my hands or my opponent's.
Okay,
I
sure.
think. I definitely feel a lot better when I'm the one getting the kills because
Yeah.
I also feel like I get killed by it a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so 12-4 here. Most of a buy out for SIMPfield. Full Vandal buy out for the CT side, excuse me, the Defenders side.
Op coming up from
Blackman.
SIMPfield side, though, this time. So hopefully they can make something out of that op.
And you know what? Blackman's had the only real consistent fragging so far for SIMPfield. And he has that op in his hands. Let's see if he can make something work.
You know, and I found pretty consistently that good Reyna players are traditionally some of the better players on the teams just because of how much you have to be managing their time with their kit.
Creech
How much
misses
game
the
knowledge.
spray down.
Going for that shot to the wall,
Doesn't
though.
really get punished. Distones with the Brim ult kills Blackman. That's a big entry frag without anything really having to be lost. You don't have to peek anything there. Creech now hunting this back halls guy. Oh, and they're going to get the upload. Cypher. Up. Oh, Black Death.
Wow, that was an amazing peek from Black Death. I mean, perfect timing on avoiding the
Beautiful
ping.
work from Black Death. Him and EasYi now in this back hall position. Distones killed by the other Brim. Sandy Pickle trades back though onto Spartan Elite. Uldabaku onto Sandy Pickle. It's a 1-on-3 for Cozy. Isn't going to get there. Black Death is going to get the kill. That's going to be a 5th round picked up here on the side of SIMPfield.
And these guys are just going to keep on
they're
pushing
not out.
and keep on chugging. And actually, I think that, honestly, in this game, especially the way the economy works, you definitely have more of a chance to come back from situations like this than you do in a game like CS, which is a lot more entertaining for you know the members at home that are watching right now, and for us casters even. You know?
Absolutely. Well, interesting thing, obviously we're only looking at the second half stats here, but we can see that Blackman, who was top fragging in that first half for them, hasn't quite gotten off the ground at the same speed. But what I'm really seeing is that other members of his team are stepping up and getting those frags when they need
Black
to.
Death, especially this half, has been really shining this game.
Yeah, so we're going to see full rifles from both sides. Excuse me, we're going to see full rifles from the defense side. Sheriffs for all 5 members of the attackers.
Now, and this is what I was talking about. The economy doesn't really permit you from
I'm
from
ready
buying
for
every
Creech.
round.
Oh, it doesn't get it on the Blackman.
The lost streaks in this game and in the economy, they aren't as brutal as they are in CS, so it rewards you for trying to come back in situations like these.
All right, Cozy has the Phoenix ult active. Going to push into the site. Doesn't get that kill. Pushes the Brim smoke. Is he going to see the Sage here? He's not. Going to get taken down. Black Death with the double kill. Distones does trade it back with his Molly. Sandy Pickle takes off Spartan's head.
Brim gonna go for the ultimate?
It's a 2-on-2. Brim has ultimate, as does Reyna have this Empress. The Sova ult finds no one. Reyna into this Empress. She's going to look for the plant. Here
Planning
comes the plant
defaults
down.
on the site. Let's see if they are. This is like the first time we've seen
EasYi
a bomb
in
plant
heaven.
default.
Doesn't get the kill onto the Echo.
And that's why, you know, Brim ult, it's really, you got to get that on the default position, especially because it's such an important place to have it. Just because if you can delay that
and
plant
Pickle.
and cancel it, it's a huge.
Yeah,
play for
absolutely.
you.
EasYi with the shock dart. And now it is all on Cozy. Cozy doesn't get it. 6th round for the defenders, and there is life.
Yeah, and this just you know, more reaffirmation of what I'm saying. You know, the economy permits this clutch that, you know, to happen. And EasYi with the op actually sort of started to step up this game. Last half, he only had 1 kill. He wasn't doing too hot, but this round he's really starting to pick it up and show what he's made of.
All right, well, more buys coming in now for the attacking
Heading
side.
towards market.
Phantoms for a couple members, Vandals for a couple others. Sorry, it looks like all Vandals for the attackers, including an op. Vandals and a Phantom on the defensive side,
With a
including an op.
little pistol there.
Distones, I'm guessing, is
Doesn't
going
need
to
a
buy
gun.
something here at the end of
No,
this.
he doesn't need a gun.
I hope he's going to buy something here at the end of this. He's not. He is going to stick with the classic.
Classic.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm guessing that was not on purpose, but I guess we won't know.
You know, the right click from the classic is a powerful option. You know, you have a shotgun in your primary. It's pretty deadly. So we'll see if you can make something out
All
of
right,
it.
here comes Cozy. Aggressive with the op on the Phoenix. Flashes out, gets the ult orb. They don't find the kill on this back site, though. Creech now into Hookah.
Reyna is 1 HP.
Reyna is literally
Clinging to
1
life.
HP. She's going to go down to the Phoenix Molotov. Black Death, though, does kill the Reyna. Creech pushing up through this cage. Gets one. Oh, doesn't get the second, but a good kill there. EasYi cleans it up on the backside.
Really great first shot.
And another round, good, clean round. 3 members alive for this defense side.
And this momentum just continues to carry on from the wins, and they're going to go with 2 operators now. They saved their full armor.
On the bright side, Distones has a lot of money because he only bought a classic.
He does, so that's.
I wonder if that was the intended strategy. I have to guess not. He does now have the most money on the team, but I do bet he wishes he had a more reasonable gun there.
It seems to me that it was an accident, honestly, but I think that we're going to have to shape up here a little bit if we're going to want to not have this clean sweep taken from us here.
Early wall. Toasty's just going to blast right through it. Toasty all alone here on the A site on his team. He's going to throw out that Roomba for a little bit of scouting, see what's what, while the rest of his team's going to make this aggressive hookah play. Flash out there from Phoenix. Camera out from Creech. Going to see what's what. Doesn't see the person right under window.
The Raze is precariously sitting right under window. And
Raze here, let's see. Oh, she's going to give herself away, though, with the right click. Gets one, long. Oh, doesn't get the second.
Quite a bit of damage off on Distones, though. Hopefully your team
Distones down to 33. EasYi one on Toasty. EasYi a second onto Distones. This is what you need from your team captain. 4 on 2 now on this B site.
He certainly put that first half in the past.
Definitely a good bounce back here. Creech does get the plant down.
4v2.
And Cozy, 52 HP. Oh, is going to die there. Creech gets one. Double peeks the smoke there, but Blackman wasn't missing that shot. 12-8.
And that's a tough position to hold when you've got enemies coming from either side inside that box. A lot of really the only chance you have when you're playing some position like that is probably something like long but it's risky because getting to a position like that you can get caught out and get fragged. So
absolutely. And so now we've seen 5 straight rounds come out of the SIMPfield team. We've seen Black Death step up. We've seen EasYi hit a couple really important shots here to keep these rounds close. And another partial buy on the side of
EasYi with 7,500 credits now. Looks like they're going to be able to buy for the rest of this game.
It does look that way. Obviously, Black Death's a little low, but EasYi has 7,500 and the op, so he should be fine. We'll see if they can do any damage with these sheriffs. They really need to pick up a couple of these kills, maybe save a gun or two. Keep this competitive in these rounds, especially when it comes to eco. So Creech takes out the Roomba here. So far, nothing happening. Doesn't quite see it. EasYi shock dart onto Toasty on the other side of the map.
Oh,
Blackman takes out Creech. Here comes Uldabaku around long teleporter. But there are 2 defenders waiting in heaven. EasYi also with this op. Distones with the sheriff pushing up. He has the bomb. Sandy Pickle's gonna go down to Uldabaku on the backside with the Reyna.
And I really liked Uldabaku's smokes there. And
he aggressively smoked, gave himself the room to push up,
and then goes for the flank even, and he gets rewarded for it.
Distones finds one on the Uldabaku. Let's see if he can recover this Vandal now. Now with the Vandal in hand, he does have the ult available. He has a little bit of armor.
4v2 though. I hope
4v2, but now we're talking a 1 less gun you have to buy and maybe some exits. I mean, it does, every kill matters right now. Cozy can't find the kill onto the Sage on that backside. Is going to throw the molly. Can't find that either. Oh, gets lucky because EasYi with the Sova there has been watching that angle with the op.
For a while.
Very lucky. Oh, he re-peeks it. Gets punished. 4v1. Distones finds a headshot.
From Distones.
Doesn't have any bullets left. Does have that Brim ult. Is going to find a third.
Oh, and EasYi play this slow.
1 second left.
And he knows
defenders are going to win.
EasYi, team captain, he's smart enough to know to play for time there, not go for the
and gets the frag. That is really big there. That is really big there because that means they have to spend money. All 5 of them now have to buy guns. They will have the money to do it. But we're looking again at a situation where if they lose this round on this full buy, they don't have full utility next round. They don't necessarily have all of their options available. They might not have all the Cypher cages, all of the Brim utility, those sorts of abilities.
So the closer you get to It's a 12 to 12, I think. You know, that's more of a risk of getting the momentum even more in the favor of the enemy team. You know, the closer you are to that victory, I think you're going to be trying even harder. So I think that they kind of want to squash this in the nib before it gets too out of hand for them.
Absolutely. Creech and Toasty playing aggressive into this forward short angle. Toasty's already shot his way through that wall.
And he's been using this room bow a lot just for the information, which is sort of my favorite part about Raze's kit, is that she's sort of a half info, half
Here goes
character.
Cozy though on the
So
Phoenix
many
ult.
ults coming out.
Everyone's using their abilities. EasYi finds nothing. He does get taken out of his ult, but he doesn't get the Ava. Ultibaku does find one with his ult. Sandy Pickle trades it back with the headshot onto Spartan
Cozy
Elite.
through the teleporter.
Cozy, you know, I actually don't think he did that on purpose.
I
I think he stepped through that teleporter on accident.
I think he did too, and that's a bit unfortunate because now enemies are going to know that he's gonna be
Spike
coming
is
through the
down.
market.
Ultibaku with the third of the round. Creech looking for one here. Taken down by Blackman. And now it's
Again?
all on... Oh, it wasn't.
That was
Cozy
it?
gets Ultibaku on that
Yeah,
backside. Black
Black
Death
Death.
cleans it up. 12 to 10.
12 to 10.
7 rounds in a row here for SIMPfield.
This is amazing because now I think we're going to see an eco out of
Yeah.
the CS Boomers, and then we're
Well,
gonna have
no.
to see-
So here's the reason why not. And the reason why not is after this round...
let's see. Full buy.
Sorry, no. Yeah, so it will be a full buy here, which means if it goes to 12-11, they don't have money. You know, you see 0 creds on Creech,
They are on
900
lost
on
streak
Sandy.
bonus. They are on lost streak
but
bonus
not
as
with
well.
0 creds, though. So,
Sure.
they're putting all their eggs into winning this round. They need to win this round. They need to finish it off right here, or we're going to have a really good shot at going to overtime in this game.
I'm really excited to see if that happens. I think we're going to be playing towards the A side over here, looking like a split bathroom mid push. And I think bathroom has sort of started to become the favorite from this side. Seems like they're able to get a few more frags out this way than out the middle, like the other team was.
We'll see here. Passive angles from the Sage. We've got the Sova up in heaven, watching that bathrooms with the op. EasYi, who's been lighting it up in the second half for this defensive side. But Creech goes down right away to the Black Death Raze grenade. Flash out onto site, and here they come, flooding out onto A site.
You know, and it seems
No-
like they're hoping for Creech to get some information there.
Yeah,
potentially catch
no
him off
vision.
rotate, but-
Toasty takes down Spartan. It's now a 4-on-4. Sandy Pickle, the plant comes down. Distones, looking into heaven, doesn't get the kill. Toasty with the showstopper gets the kill. Sandy Pickle, headshot onto Ultibaku. Now the defenders only have 2 left.
Black Death coming out from
Black
heaven,
Death
finds
gets the
one.
kill. He sees the head of another, but can't quite get him. Here comes the rocket fuse.
He doesn't know.
Blackman
that there's
gets one,
CT.
though.
Now we
It's
do
now a
have
2-on-2.
somebody's flanking from heaven as well, so we do have.
Blackman gets a
crossfire.
third. It's now a 2-on-1. Black Death sticking the defuse. This Distone's gonna get there. He's not.
Oh my goodness!
And he's gonna have time on the back end of this. 3 seconds left.
What a comeback.
12-11.
What a comeback!
8 rounds in a row for
You
the
know,
side of
I
SIMPfield.
may have spoken too soon about my CS Boomers.
Wow, this game was 12-3.
12 to 3.
And now look,
not-
we've got Guardian light armor for Creech. We've got Vandals for the rest of the team. But let's take a look at what they have on the utility side here, okay? So Creech has this full utility. All right. So they do have a lot of utility. The only thing they're really missing is the stim beacons, which are not very relevant.
Almost irrelevant at this point in
But-
the meta.
We have the full setup on both sides here. The Guardian on Creech light armor, though, that is, you know, it's a little bit of a difference. So let's
Yeah.
see here. They're gonna make a Blackman
Blackman.
right away with the op kill onto Distones.
4v5, it's already not looking good in the way of the CS Boomers.
Now, and also, it's a 4v6. Sage ult's up for the
Sage ult
defenders.
is up. Now that's we're just gonna have to see if she can actually get one off in time.
She's holding Blackman with another. Spartan Elite waiting. Waiting.
Come on!
Oh, and Creech
there
with
it
the
is.
Guardian.
That's how it goes. I mean, sometimes you know, the Sage Wall, you just get caught off guard trying to set up a Sage Wall, but Creech, you know, was ready for it because she's been trying to set up that wall a lot. you
Yeah.
know, sitting out in mid, so kind of
Alright.
got punished. Let's see what happens.
3-on-4. Spike is down for the attacking side. Creech with this Guardian in the back halls is going to push out. He's going to get this kill.
Oh, he's insane
Blackman,
with the Guardian.
though, gets another with the off. Sandy Pickle. Uh-oh. Sandy Pickle here coming in, gets Black Death. Blackman now 2-on-2. Bomb is ticking away. Can Blackman get around? Easy!
Oh, easy.
And can they get the Cypher? Not there. Holding the defuse.
Oh!
Oh, and the clutch from
Stolen.
Creech with the Guardian. We talked about the Guardian at the beginning of that round. Creech popped off with it. 13-11 is the final score here. CS Boomers eke one out after a masterful comeback attempt from the side of SIMPfield. Wonderful match there. And yeah, really just a great performance all around from both teams. Great comeback effort.